Okay. Stopping. Oh, we're on a picture. Alright, that's pretty good. Gotta check it. Alright. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders. That's who I learned this truth from. And I want to give double honors to all the other elders, giving us that non-stop energy, telling us, if you see what's going on, telling us to go out, go to the highways and hedges, telling us to continue to stay on on prophecy, being brotherly, coming out time and time again to show us what's going on in this world. You see, it's evil throughout a different level, going throughout the entire face of the earth, continuously going forth. So what we're supposed to do is preach this truth throughout the days, because it's a time that's going to be of nothing other, that we're going to see judgment at a different level. You see what's happening in the UN. They're petitioning to get a permanent emergency power. So you know that what that is going to happen, that they're trying to get strength upon everyone on this earth. They're trying to be a lord over the people. They're trying to control everyone throughout this hand. So when this time happens, Shalom, Yahweh Thanim, Bawakwa, Yahweh Shemal Shabrakatah, Shalom King. So you seeing what's going on. So they're putting this spirit of, they're going to have control throughout any emergency time. That system that they're putting forth, they're going to have control of it. And then you see that now the MOTB, and then now you're seeing how these devils work. So that hypocrisy is going to stop, because these guys are trying to literally become the next God, which is not going to happen. So we're going to get forth, because that MOTB, that Fed now is coming forth. You see that now, they're basically using witchcraft. So you're seeing what's happening with NATO, not NATO, with the Meta and Twitter. And then this is a little thing they use. They're using like how they do council culture. It's not if it's right or wrong, it's how many people they have on your side. So that hypocrisy that Esau Edom, by using this, which is basically witchcraft, is going to stop. And so we're seeing all these prophecies and all these things going forth. So let's just get it, because the Lord is going to see and answer our call. This is Job chapter 17, verse 5. I'm going to start at 4. For thou hast hid their heart from understanding, therefore thou shalt not exalt them. So Esau, Edom, and even the wicked of our people have hid their heart from understanding. But they use this power, they use their, which is with people. So you see how they're using the net. What is it called? Salaki, it's just cops going around me a lot. You see that they're using this power of like, let's just example, Meta is trying to use a system of trying to deframe Twitter, which is all wicked anyway, but they're trying to use it after they just got in trouble for, they got sued and got in trouble for selling people's information and for privacy. So how people they're gonna do it, they don't get all the famous people, all the people that are known, and they're gonna push that system. And you see now, you see all these Instagram models that, look at what I just had, it's called Stream or Thread. Well, this is what they're gonna do with an EU, because they don't really have to make everyone agree. It's a type of witchcraft. It's a type of manipulation. The Masons use it. So you don't have to make everyone agree. You just have to make the ones that seem to be liked more, them agree, and then everyone's just going to follow suit, even if they know the evils of what's going ahead. So if the powerful people that they're paying with the 501(c) gets a certain system, then everyone's going to follow suit. So we're going to have to because the Lord is going to stop that hypocrisy, because those people ain't going to listen. Esau Edom is not going to change, or the wicked of our people, they're not going to change. This is continuing. He that speaks flattering lips of his friends, even his eyes and his children shall fail. So you see they making these oh yeah, you know how that, because that's how people trick you. They're gonna tell you, oh man, look at you looking so great, or you're doing so well, but in reality it's just trying to butter you up, trying to get softened. So they saying this system's gonna be good for you. Get the MOTB, it's gonna be more convenient, and that's all you're gonna hear. And then they're gonna say, look at these smart people that are getting it. These people care about America. These people are doing this. So they're gonna use this. Their children will fail. And he have made also a byword of my people. So they call, look at these niggas, look at especially the ones that are standing up. That's what they call you black Hebrew Israelites. Let me just grab Shalom, Yahweh's messengers, Yahweh Shemal Shai Brakatah, Shalom, Amawan Yasharala. And that's it. This is what they're doing. They're using it as a council culture upon our people. And you see that this is a type of witchcraft. It's a type it's wrong. They're going to follow. That's all and then it's staying. Have someone that is liked in the world, and they can be able to use it. So you see all these demonic attacks that have been going against brothers. You see, and they get into highways and hedges that people come and try to make you look bad. Remember, Esau Edom has all of our information, know where you at. You know that most brothers are being on internet. They're on the internet. So now they know your IP address. You say that we watch videos a lot. So we know everything you talk about, everything you do, they know how to get to you. So they know what exactly to say, because you know you have conversations if you have a woman or you have a child. They're literally studying. You know how much the Lord's investment, these are the godly men. So you think Esau Edom for their kingdom will put millions and millions of dollars of surveillance on you? They have a diligent search, and that's what the Lord put. So shalom. These people, I always get it, but I'm gonna just get it. They search diligently. They have millions and millions of dollars on every on just one brother. Because look at, so you see now when people are going out to the altar and even saying, oh, I'm going out for a different time, they're searching you out. They have your information, and then they're having people come and try to trick you in your words or try to make you mad, and then have particular demons come up and say little smart things, because we know that we're a spiritual man and that we look upon ourselves when we self-examine. So they try to use that to make you change your mind, try to put doubt in your mind, because that's all they need to do, because that's the devil's playground. So let's let me grab it real quick and then go back to it. This is Psalms chapter 83. This is Isaiah chapter 83, I'm gonna get the one at 64, Slakia. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. This is why the Lord told us, this is why David, the Lord put the Spirit on David to have this prayer. Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, for the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So you know they're rebelling against the Lord. So he said, hide it against it. So they're going to use, they're trying to defeat a God, the ultimate God. So you think they won't, look at how much money they would do to just not look bad. Millions of dollars of repair, they call it damage repair and all this stuff. So you're talking about men that have the ability that the Lord put on them to bring down their kingdom. You think they're not going to put that kind of resources upon you, just watching you, trying to make your job in life hell, trying to put trying to witchcraft upon you to change your mind, to make you fall, because that's all they need you to falter. You know, in a fight, if someone hesitates for that 1 second, that's enough for them to 1, 2, 3 pieces combo. How you get up, that's how. So this is Psalms chapter 64, verse 3. Their tongues like a sword goes to shoot arrows, even like that. A woman, what's up? That came up to the elder Yahweh, and she was saying, how many sins that you out here doing it? Well, we're all sinning, but this is our reasonable service. We're doing something so we can be good off of our sins. So they have these little tiny talks. Shalom, Elder Sagala, Yahbashim al Shabrakatah. So this is what they're doing. They're putting forth and doing all these things. And shoot even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. So they have millions of dollars of resources of just watching every single brother, just seeing what you're doing, try to see how much they can fall. They just want to falter you, because you that's why the Lord says he's going to give you powers to mash up mountains. So every individual brother will be able to take down a government. So look at what they do to just like how much resources they do for like that Snowden guy. Or Osama bin Laden. Well, those niggas ain't nothing. 144. The men of the Lord are these people are really gonna topple governments. So this is what the Lord is putting forth. So we have to understand that they're gonna come at us hard, and so that's gonna be done with, because Esau Edom is going down. Thus saith the Lord. They shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him in fear. They encourage themselves in evil matters. They commute of laying snares privily. So having people come against you and try to slip you in your words, having your own people, because that's the number one trick that has always worked. If they couldn't get in, because everyone knows Esau Edom is the devil, so they're gonna have other people that act like fucking Sakari demon. I'm not talking about the group. I'm talking about as like a gang, the Dagger Men. So let's just put it. But have people like that, like to have that gang mentality, that use that council culture to make you look and have all this because once you start looking bad to one people, and it's enough people, most people are going to follow at hand and try to make you look bad. Because now you look bad. It only needs one of that demonic person, that evil man, to put that mind in some of the weaker people, weaker brothers, weaker sheep, to make you look like you're a fucking demon. So, but you already know how it is, so it doesn't matter. We got to just stay focused at the task at hand. And they lay snares privily, saying, "Who shall see them?" And they said, they have no expectation. They hide their counsel, making these lies, making it seem like it's our people that's doing it. But this is what they're doing. So we can't get weak. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. That's what it's so. They have millions and millions of dollars of just researching one brother. They have millions and millions and millions of dollars of just seeing, this is what he likes to eat. This is what he likes to do. This is you see they do profiles. You ever seen Criminal Mind? Well, they know the profiles of the men of the Lord. They know exactly what you do. They know what you like. They know what you think about. They know everything about you. So, but it doesn't matter, because we have a ultimate power protecting us. But we got to understand that all they're trying to do is cause a little doubt. They can't stop us, so they're going to try to cause doubt, try to make you look bad upon yourself, because that's the only thing that can destroy you, is you losing the faith. So that's what they're trying to do, make you lose the faith. Accomplish a diligent search, both their inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with arrows. So he's putting these words, these scriptures, these understanding. What's up?
What's up, man?
Hey.
Why you move?
Oh, because it was hot. It was keep overheating, so it wouldn't record, so I had to change.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, bro, it's getting hot over there.
Yeah, so I just got in a place to shade. So I didn't care about the heat. It just I didn't want it to keep messing up.
Okay.
Oh, you have any questions? Do you see yourself on the sign?
On what sign?
This sign. And then also our nation was spread throughout all the other nations, because that's what the Lord prophecy said. He was going to disperse us through all the other nations, because that's also a good war strategy. Yeah. You have secret cells throughout every government and possible. But do you?
Are you from Banning?
I'm not originally from Banning. I just moved out here because of something happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, bro. I see you standing over there.
Yeah. I had to move. Yeah, it was hot. I liked that spot. But then
it was started like 2-3 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah. Well, here, because I moved out here for the time being. So I just do whatever city I am in, like wherever the Lord brings me. You know how it is.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I'm here at this this building right here.
Oh, you're the lawyer, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I told the guy, I was like, I hear somebody, and then I could hear you, and I was like, damn, this guy's loud, bro.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
He's screaming.
Oh, that's what the Lord. His voice was like many waters. So it's like we gotta. The Lord told us to lift up our voice like a trumpet. So make sure people hear us, and that's why He wants us to be on like the front street, so people can hear and acquire and then understand. Because you see what's going on through this world. It's like it's going crazy. So we're just trying to get to our people to repent.
Yeah, for sure. Are you a part of the church or what?
Yeah, well, the church is like if 2 or 3 men are saying something in His name, calling upon the Lord in His name, because church just means called out.
So you're part of the Christian church, or?
Christian. Well, the real word would be a Mashiachin, like the anointed, like that's what it would be. But yeah, like we're the real Christians, like the ones that because you have to be of this heritage to be a Christian, the followers of the Mashiach.
Well, if you're not a part of this heritage, then you're not.
Yeah, because it's not a religion. It's a like it's a what would it call? Like an ethnic? It's a culture. It's our heritage. Like this Bible is a history book of our people. It's not like anything else. And if you like read in the scriptures and understand it, you understand that like the Lord only cares about His people, just like every other nation only cares about their people. You see when you go into India, it's all Indian, and they keep their money inside. They keep their money inside their communities. Yeah. They do it like.
But
China.
You got like a congregation, like are you part of like?
Yeah, it's a congregation. It's throughout a lot of street blocks throughout all Babylon the Great, which is America, and throughout all the world.
It's called Babylon the Great.
Well, this place is Babylon the Great, pertaining to Babylon.
But the congregation is called, what's it called? Tribes of Israel? 12 Tribes of Israel?
Oh, no, that's just the heritage. It's mostly, we're just followers of a Mashiach. I'm not a part of a camp. I learned my doctrine from the elders of GMS. But then right now I'm just, I congregate with other brothers, but we don't really have a name.
Okay.
We're just preaching, because this is what it's about, just trying to get to our people, speak to them, and tell them that.
So what if I'm not on that list?
Well, your spirit bears witness. You gotta understand that it doesn't actually have to do. Well, let me just grab it. Because if you were like a different nation, like the name of the Lord and just this truth would just make you like scared. You start running away. You wouldn't want to hear it, because that's the end of their reign, the heathen reign. So let me grab it. This is Romans chapter 8 verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness of our spirit. So your spirit, or your soul, or like what makes you. That we are the children of God. So you wouldn't be able to even hear or even have that. Usually, like if you were a different nation, you'd be confrontational. Because all the other nations have gods. They have their own gods. Our people, they're the only people that don't have a god for themselves. They look at other people's gods to be their gods.
Yeah. What about like mixed races,
there's no such thing as mixed races.
Like let's say you have one of these and something else, like
there's no such thing as mixed races, because it's about your father's lineage. Mm-hmm. Oh, Shalom Malak Ra'ah and Shalom Prince of Power Ra'ah. Let me just grab it for you, because it's about your father's.
Oh, it goes through the father's
yeah,
lineage.
It's like, all right, example. If you had I used to be a nursery. Like, if you had an orange tree, and you planted it in China, would it be a Chinese orange tree?
Wait, if you had an orange tree and you planted
like if
it,
you had an orange seed, because that's what sperm means. The seed is in Greek is spermos. So a seed, if you had an orange tree, like an orange seed tree, and you planted it in China, and then you plant one in the United States, what would be the difference of that orange tree? Would it just be an orange tree?
Well, I think as time progresses, then it becomes like, for example, a date. Dates are originated from Lebanon,
mm-hmm.
but once it comes here, it's still going to taste the same. It's still, I get what you're saying, it's still a date, But then it becomes a California date.
Well, the California date, dates, like, they have to grow into the same climate as Lebanon is.
Right.
So it won't grow anyway, so it won't change. The only time it changes is when the climate if it was able to switch the climate and they cross-pollinated to do that. To be able to do that, and it's still going to be choose one of the other. It's never going to choose, and that's the main thing.
I see what you're saying. Makes sense. Okay, what about the? Do you mind if I ask you questions? Or I don't know if
You
your
can
camera's
ask as
going?
much questions.
All right. Are you on TikTok or something?
No, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, for sure. What about the what are they called? Jesus's lineage came through
The seed of David.
Right, through David, but that lineage came through the mom.
No, it didn't come from his mom. His mom was actually through the seed of David also, but actually, even when it comes, let's just grab it, because it just gives you the actual lineage from, and even when it was telling that he was going to come through the seed of Joseph. So let me just grab it. And so just going down the line, this is Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. And this is Yahushua, because that's his real name, because there was no J's in the Hebrew until, J's in any language until 1534. Amashiach, son of David, which is David, son of Abraham. So Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brother, and Judah, begot Pharez and Zerah and Tamar, the story of the one that he gave to his wife, tricked him and had his kid, and he got Pharez begot Ezra, and so you see how the lineage, so we don't go down to then King Saul, Jesse, which is Jesse, verse 6, begot the king, David, and David begot Solomon. And this has been the wife of Urias, and Solomon Rehoboam. So continue to go, and we're going to go all the way down to where he is at. And so,
It's towards the end of chapter 1, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to get... And Jacob, verse 16, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary. So they're just a husband. And husband means to plant. So he planted in Mary. That's what it is. But that's another reason that, because they say a virgin birth. There's no virgin birth. That's not a biblical. So, but you see, husband of Mary. So he planted in Mary. So saying that they had sex. It's other scripture. And whom also born Yahushua, who was called a Mashiach.
That's interesting, man. Yeah, man, I gotta go, but good stuff, bro.
Yep.
Keep it up, and yeah, man, best of luck. I'll see you around.
Yep, have a great day. Salakia, let me see if it comes. This going back into it. This is Job chapter 17. And I seen that guy before. He works at that law office. So I just keep friends with people like that. This is Job chapter 17, verse 6 again. And he has made me also a byword of the people. And aforetime I was as a tabernacle. Byword. So we're calling him just as, because we're spiritual Jobs. So we're going to be 144. And we're going to be called names. We're going to be called that. And that's what Esau Edom uses. He uses that popularity. He uses that the council culture, which is going back from all, because that's what would happen. You see, in times of like, they would call it even the witch trials, or any time, especially in older ancient societies, they would have someone think of someone a certain way, and now the whole town's thinking it, and then they start killing you, like the Salem witch trials, and then they said they were all witches, where they made them think that they were, and they were put to death, weren't they? So that's what they're doing. So they're making us bywords among the people. They're doing all these things, but these hypocrites are going to be put to death. And all the members, in Salakia, and my eyes also dim by reason of sorrow. So it makes us cry. But what did the Lord said? He was going to come back and wipe all tears. So we're gonna be hard. It was going to be hard. That's the Job saying that a 4 time of tears, crying out to the Lord, sighing and crying, telling the Lord, like, look what they do. They have a whole a division, multiple divisions, and every other FBI, CIA, the police department, all divisions against us to stop the men of the Lord. So this is what they're going to do, and that's why they know that if we're here in that MOTB, we're going to tell people not to take it. So they have a whole industry to just stop the men of the Lord, or just make them so now you're seeing a lot more. So they have to, you see, once you are about this, they're about to put forth their plan. The MOTB, they see all the prophecy happen. So now they're going to put even more money in stopping the men of the Lord. So you're going to see more people coming up to us. And then we're going to also see the elect coming up to us trying to be healed. So we got to understand that it's going to be a lot of pain and sorrow. They're going to be coming hard on us. And all my members are as a shadow. The upright man shall be astonished at this, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. And so this is what happened. The joy of the hypocrite is going to be but a moment. Because they're doing all this stuff, lying, doing as they're literally destroying the world and blaming that we're doing it. Well, they're stirring them. The Lord has put in a spirit to stir us up, to put us in a ability to be able to stop these men through Yahushua, because that's the only person, by speaking these words and healing our people. Because when one healing, one more person that's healed, one more person that's able to hear this word, to pray to the Lord can hear him in his mind, and then be able to worship him. Then he's going to give us power even more, that they're going to be willing to be healing people, to be doing all these spiritual power abilities, and it's going to even mean more converted. Then that's going to just be more and more men on our side. So that's why they're getting stirred up against them. This is Job chapter 20, verse 5. The triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but a moment. So it looks bad right now. It's saying that we're bywords, saying we're bywords. We're a mockery against the people. That they're looking like they're about to win. They're looking like they have everything in the bag. They did all this research. Even when they went to the apostles or at the back in the day, that it was Rothschild said, we spent all this money. How did you guys find out? Well, we found out who we were through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai, and then we also kept getting better, kept getting these problems, and now we see it in 4 times that it's right here and there. That the MOTB is here, so now they're putting a system that they're trying to. The UN is trying to have emergency power, ultimate power, to be able to stop these men. Because that's what it is. Because they want to have an internal empire. Well, it's not going to happen, Esau, Edom. But they really think in their mind. Hypocrisy, they acting. But acting, they play the role until they don't got the part anymore. And so, let me grab it. This is Job chapter 27, verse 13. I'm going to start at 12. Behold, all yourself have seen it. Why then are you thus altogether vain? Why do you think let's just keep it going. Behold, this is the portion of the wicked man with God, and the heritage of the oppressor. which they shall receive of the Almighty. So the Lord said Esau, Obadiah 1 and 18. He said these people are going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, and all the wicked of his people are going to be killed with the sword. He said that the Lord was going to bring forth a righteous kingdom. You have seen it, and why are you still in a vain thought that they can even possibly stop it? And then their heritage of the pressure, we all know what's going to happen to it. Verse 14. If his children be multiplied, so you see that they're still having kids at a very, very low birth rate, I may add, and they still partying up. They still see people that are still working, being in vain, drinking and getting in marriage. They see all these things, but it's for no reason. They're multiplying their children for no reason. For if their children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and its offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. So it's not going to be. It's going to they're literally just setting up for the elite. They're having their kids for the second round of slavery, for the first round of slavery. And then these people here, it's going to be just for more kindle when they get burnt up through wood. Be burnt up with wood. The Lord is setting a standard here. He's building our faith as he's showing this miracle, that's seeing that no matter what happens, the Lord got us. He has us protected no matter what. So that's why the upright man should be astonished. He should be amazed at the power of Yahweh Shem outside. That this man that has all these billions and billions of dollars of stopping the Lord and he even has our people trapped in a state of mind to even help him. They have the entire world having an entire secret council against us, and we're just lowly men. We have nothing, but the Lord has that much power that's saying, yep, do my prophets no harm. So that's why these hypocrites are going to just be destroyed. Let's get it. Because look what's happening. You see that thing that happened in I'm trying to Israel. They're bombing, doing all that stuff. You see what's happening with Esau, Edom throughout there. They have been made bare. Everyone knows. Slovakia. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse, I'm going to start at 7. Concerning Edom, who is that? The so-called white man. So-called the people that our people think is, the wicked of our people is God. That every nation think is God. The Edom, which is not. He is just a man, a wicked base man. Thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? So now they're completely figured out. And Teman was a nation in Edom, the Germans, that were very smart, that got all these weapons, the real creators of all these weapons. Because Amalek don't create shit. They just steal everybody's idea. That's why they're ahead of Esau, Edom. Everything that's worse about Esau, Edom, Amalek is the best at it. They're the best at lying, stealing, cheating, being fucking defiled, disgusting animals. And is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? As the counsel, so they seeing that now they're completely figured out. Everything they're doing is just falling. Look at what happened in Babylon. Let me grab that. It's locking. My voice been like a little rash, but I can't yell that bad. I'm gonna get back. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. And the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law. What's up? How's it going? You have a question? Have a great day. This is Because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance and breaking the everlasting covenant, therefore the curse devoured the earth. But this is not what I was looking for. It's locked in. It's 19, huh? This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. And the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. So you see that a perverse spirit, that they're failing at everything. So now their whole Esau, even the Trumpers, they have lost their entire America to LGBT people. So all their wisdom, all these plans and all these things that they were studying, that they literally lost their old. You see, they say they're the hardest working men, smartest men on earth. So you see that they're failing in the entire world. They thought they were going to use a system that they were going to be able to just take over Russia and stop Bible prophecy. Well, that was not going to happen. So we're going to get into that because you see now, what's up? You see now Israel, the Amalek, is bombing missiles at Lebanon, I believe. And so the least of the flock shall bring them out. This is a perverse spirit, and they have caused Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, the new modern day Egypt, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggering in their vomit. So everyone sees that, man, they just failing. That's why they're asking concerning Egypt. Is it no more wisdom in a... Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. So now nobody's going to be working, everything. And it's like they're going to look at the men, look at Esau like, damn, you were a great country. Look at all the other nations and our people like, this country is the shit. Babylon Great is horrible. And it's the pride of them. They use all this technology, all these things to stop for something that was going to happen regardless. This is Jeremiah again, chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is the counsel perished from the prudent? So what happened? Like, you see all these EU meetings, these summits, and they still can't stop the men of the Lord. They can't do nothing about it. They see their country, their world, which is their rulership, their age, falling in before their eyes. They see everything coming down to fruition, just as it was said in these scriptures, in these Bibles. So they see, damn, look at their counsel, it's falling. Is their wisdom vanished? You see Egypt have a perverse, they can't do nothing right. Everyone knows Babylon the Great is a fucking joke. But then, this is what's happening through the entire face of Esau, Edom's kingdom. Flee ye and turn back. Dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamities upon Esau. Didn't the Lord said? He said, that's why we shall be astonished when we see it happen, but we have the belief, and we know it's going to happen, because it was written. Our faith is now at a high time level that you see, like, maybe if you were coming back in the day, like 1955, you would have said this, they would have laughed at you. It was like, because that was in the height of their power. They was like, we about to go to the moon, which they never went. It's like, we dropping bombs up. We just dropped bombs on the Nagasaki and Hiroshima. We did all this stuff. Well, if people don't believe us, we have a program. We have major witchcraft to stop people from even having a thought against us. And if you did have it, we can just pay some men. We can have an organization to watch you, then pay some men to get inside it to kill you, to bring forth mischief inside your organization. This is what they have been doing. But what has it paid off? No, it hasn't paid off. Let me grab that. And that's why you guys, Esau just needs to stand towards it. They got this organizations, it's called like watch the prophets or something. They have everything to try to stop it. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse, I'm going to start at 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And why we call it, O virgin daughter of Babylon, is because it hasn't been touched. Nobody came over here, and if you believe Pearl Harbor was, then you're a fucking idiot. Because, first of all, nobody came. It was only civil wars, and Spanish America, they were already here, and they ended up taking it back. But when Babylon the Great became what it was known for, its greatness, nobody came and attacked it. It has been. That's what unwalled villages. It's been. It hasn't been touched. And that's what pertaining to virgin. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. So down into the dust, into a low place. In a place where that's where you don't stay at when you get down for the rest of your small, measly life before you are destroyed off the face of the fucking planet. For, O daughters of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So now everyone's saying, when you looking at, like, especially in the old days, that's what you would look for in a woman. Tender, like soft, submissive. That's another term of tender. Like she's very sweet, tender and delicate. Like you can't even hurt her. Like you don't even want to hurt her. You're just looking at all of her beauty. But no, you're not no more called it. You're a disgusting slag that everyone knows. Like all the nations hit and then seeing how like you got an STD from. So this is what this is what. Take that millstone and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks. That's why the Lord said he was going to make Esau bare. I haven't got to it, but we're going to get to it. Make the leg bare, uncover the thigh. Pass over the river. So you're just seeing that you're caught. We see that we see that, what is it called? That thigh rot upon you. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So you know, like back in, like I came in the day when Snapchat was being, and it was like everyone you thought was an innocent, beautiful. Dude, they had I went to Iowa, like I'm not Iowa the college, but I was in Iowa when I went to college. And you ever heard of Do It for State? Where they would just find like people you didn't know, like every girl in college would be on Snapchat, and they would send naked pictures, and they would do it on purpose, and it was called Do It for State. What's up? So, well, Babylon the Great is on that list. He's on it. Thy nakedness hath been uncovered. Ye, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. This is Yahweh Bashim al-Shai. Yahweh Shai is not coming, because if they would have did it, they would have tried to kill him again. So the Lord is coming through power, but he's starting to show his power by meek and humble men. Lord willing, I'm of that number coming to show this is being protected by an ultimate being that's right here, stopping, having angelic bodyguards stopping everything you have. You have this whole system trying to stop them, and you can't do nothing about it. That's what the Lord said. He's not going to meet you as a man, but a God. As for our redeemers, the Lord, for our Redeemer, which is the Lord, which is in pertaining Yahweh Shai, because we still in slavery. If you don't understand, we are still in slavery. And we're in a mental slavery, even worse than it is, because now you see a nigga, he'll, just like it was trying to do with the elder, will fight you for the so-called white man. Fight you for the so-called white woman. Well, fuck that. That shit ain't happening anymore. The Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get in the darkness, and, they're hiding in candles. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of a kingdom. You're going to be called the whore that fell. That's going to be a new name. And and let's just drop down to, therefore, verse 8, therefore hear this, thou that giveth the pleasure and dwelleth carelessly, because they really think that their generations are going to continue forever. That's why. But if you're, just as we just went in, if your children be multiplied, it will be for the sword. The Lord is literally for kindle and fire, so it can look even better. And the Lord can have a huge kill count right there, because when you were playing Modern Warfare, when you were shooting people and having that nuke happen, you wanted people to more people to be on the map. So it looks even better that how much like your KD looks right then there. Bam, hit, drop the nuke on as many of your children. This is even better with children because they're wicked too. Thou dwellest carelessly and saying, I am. So this is what fucked you up. You were such a hypocrite that you even tried to act like you were a god. You tried to act like you were the Most High. So that's why the joy of the hypocrite is going to be but a moment. You tried to act like a god, so let's see you can stand like a god. You won't, because you're a man. You're a weak, ugly, big nose, hairy knuckle fucking man. And you're going to die a horrible fucking death. Thus saith the Lord. And this is what he said, and none beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. This is what he really said. We're gonna continuously live on. We're gonna do as much as we think we're gonna do. This is what they're putting forth in people's mind. That's why they're trying to put these MOTB system. They said if we just see-hip everybody, well, what can they do? If we do this, our children, we're going to win, we're going to take it, we're going to rule the earth, and we're going to defeat Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, no matter what, so don't worry, kids. This is what they're saying. This is what they say in their mind when an Edomite or an Amalekite goes home and tells them, hey, Mom, someone just called me Edomite. This is what they're telling their kids. They're saying, you're not an Edomite, Billy. We're going to continue. We're going to win this war. Because these fucking devils are talking about it. They're talking about it. And the Lord is going to humble them. But these are the two things shall come to thee in a moment and in one day. And at Babylon, when you guys are actually facing and understanding that you're through, you're going to fall within an hour. And the Lord's still going to put in your mind to fight them. All these nations still put in your mind to fight them. Knowing that it's like, damn. When I'm trying to think, when Mike Tyson was fighting that, I think it was Spinks. He knew he was going to lose. He was afraid. So he was like, I'm just going to. So they start crumbling and giving him he just wants to make it. He just doesn't want to look like a bitch giving up. So he's going to try and get knocked out. He's like, well, I'll fight him. No, you fight in the Lord. That in one moment, in one day, a loss of children and widowhood. That's what's going to happen to you. They shall call upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries. So you see a lot of people coming up to the men of the Lord, causing these disruptions, causing all these issues, casting this cancel culture upon our people, calling us bywords, Satan. We call bywords and proverbs, doing all these things against the man of the Lord. We'll put it on TV, your television. Look at Media, which is the goddess of illusion, which is Medea. Putting that on there, like, look at these are the real terrorists. These are the problems of the earth. Saying, like, trying to literally say that the French thing is not happening. Having people that are in high esteem saying, hey, it's not really happening. It's really peace. They're just trying to give you fake news. They're using which is now ultimate witchcraft. Now, because Trump used it, they said anything that's against them is fake news. That's what they say. And then it's such a witchcraft thing that it really puts in Edomite's belly. It makes them happy and safe. That's what it's done. That's what this is what they're doing. But that's what you don't have widowhood. And they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude. It's going to come to you through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And it starts with us preaching it out of the street, telling you your judgment. Khan, this is from the brother Yahweh Thanan Bawakwa, Shalom King. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 21. Therefore, here, I'm going to grab it on my phone. Therefore, hear Isaiah 51 and 21. Therefore now this thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. So those are people. They really got drunk off of the Babylon juice that they have put forth. These witchcraft, these sorceries that they have put upon our people. So we're drunken, but not with wine. These vain philosophies. Thus said the Lord, my God. Slakia. Thus said thy Lord, the Lord, and the God that pleased the cause of his people. This is what he did. Didn't he say he was going to rest? He would not rest. He said it. Let me grab it. This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. And for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest until the righteousness go forth as brightness, and the salvation, therefore, as a lamp that burneth. So he said he was not going to rest. He was not going to hold. These people just be recording. Slakia. This is, thus said the Lord, the God, thy God that plead thy cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out thy hands the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink of it again.
Can I ask you something?
Yep.
When Isaiah or the other disciples say something, as I heard you say, by Isaiah, is it Christ that they're quoting, or who's?
Yeah, the Lord said I'm gonna just grab it for you because he is the Word, but I'm gonna just grab some scriptures for you.
Because I'm confused. I'm starting to learn, and I want to know about Christ. When I hear 12 or 10, how many apostles?
It was 12 of the original, and then
12 but throughout the Bible, each one of the disciples they have throughout the Bible. Is it Christ they're quoting? They have to be, because nobody else could be like Christ.
I'm gonna read. This is Psalms chapter 40, verse 7. Thus said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. And that they're talking about, you said, Mashiach, I don't know, Christ. Because that's a Greek, in Greek it means anointed. And we just want to, because the Lord is going to bring us back to the pure language. And see how we know that they quote, because even they just quoted, even Yahushua would quote stuff at Isaiah because they were talking about the Lord. This is Hebrew chapter 10, verse 7.
Hebrew?
Yeah. The Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. So we just read that in Psalms, the 40th chapter, verse 7.
All right.
So I'm going to just read this real quick, and then I go. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. Thus said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, and do thy will, O God. So you see all the precepts of mine, but they're all just quoting each other. They're all talking about the same thing.
Okay. So quoting Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this scripture is saying he's written in the volume of the book, because he's the Word of God.
But you see how you're clearing me up, because anything that's said, they're quoting Jesus Christ. He's the one that they're following. He's the one that they're quoting, correct?
Yeah. This is because he Salaki.
Man, you should know that, guys. I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some precepts. I think it's John 1.
Now, John was one of the main guys. He was the guy that baptized Christ, right?
Yeah.
He was the one that put him in the water.
Yeah, but it was just a signification of him transferring over to the priesthood that we have now, because it was Levitical priesthood, because he was from the line of Aaron. John, he came back for the Levitical priesthood, but Yahushua, he's from the tribe of Judah, but he was going to that new way of of Melchizedek, pretty much.
It's hard for me to stand up. 51 years old.
Verse 14. The Word was made flesh. And you know who that is. The Word was made flesh is Yahushua. So he is the Word. He is the Word manifest.
No, I don't. I'm learning from you. Are you going to be here?
Yeah, I'm going to end up in like 10, 20 minutes.
All right, but you'll be around.
Yeah,
What's your name?
I'm Tahawam.
Huh?
Tahawam.
Tahawam?
Yep.
I'm learning from guys that know.
Yep, have a great day. I'm going to just finish it off for edification. This is 1 John chapter 1, verse 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. And the glory was as the only begotten of his Father. And what is Yahushua? He is that Word that was made flesh. And the only begotten, his only person, Yahweh, created one man, a perfect man, when he got this, because he didn't sin when he was Yahushua. He messed up when he was Solomon and beforehand, but it was just and Adam. It was just a learning process, you know, because that's what a father does, is teaches his son, and full of grace and truth, because that's what Yahushua came to give us grace. Like, there's a man right here, he just came out of nowhere. I don't even know, but see, that's just the spirit. That's why we have to come out here to just learn. And you see, and they give us confirmation, said, I want to learn from men that know, and I don't know. But the Spirit of the Lord put us in us to be able to answer these questions and do these things through the Spirit of the Lord. Because you can do as much studying as possible, you're not going to be able to get it if you don't have the Spirit of the Ruach HaKodesh, which is only given to the men of the Lord that Yahushua picked from the beginning of the earth. And the ones that are going to show forfeit is going to be having that brotherly love, being able to see a man, especially in need, that he wants to learn and understand, and is going to teach him no matter what he looks like. But he has to be Israel. That's a big example. He has to be Israel. Because if he's a heathen, he's not going to be able to do. First of all, he wouldn't be speaking like that. He would be an Edomite. Like he would be proud, try to answer like, "Oh, you don't know this." But our people can be like that too. But you know, they just asked his brother, "Let's get back to the precept." They've been drunk off that wine of Babylon juice. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22. Thus said my Lord, mean thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that plead the cause of his people. And behold, I have taken out thy hands a cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury, and thou shalt no more drink of it again. Because this is what the Lord said. I'm trying to think of that precept. So it's in Habakkuk. Bear with me. Damn, I can't figure it out. Shit. But I'm gonna just grab this. Acts chapter 17, verse 30. I can't figure out what I can't even quote it. That's the part. But he said he was, I think it's in Hosea, if any brother knows. This is Acts chapter 17, verse 30. And the time of the ignorance, of this ignorance, God winked at it, but now commanded all men everywhere to repent. So he's seen that we were drunk off of that Babylon juice. He's seen that all this stuff, but he's turning us to turn back and come back to the Lord. As there's a man, a clear example, to come back and come to the Lord. Repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. That the Lord is coming to save his people. That's what he's not gonna let this man continuously punish us. He's gonna stand up for his people. That's what he said. Under the end. And they shall not, because that cup is gonna pass to, let me grab it. This is Jeremiah, Salakia. Damn it. What is it? Yeah, that threw me off a little, but no worries. See? Yeah, I told you it was right here. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 19. For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup of assuredly drink of it. The Lord only did it, and we're not supposed to take, through the Spirit we were supposed to deal and go into these issues, because the Lord wanted us to know what, as the high priest Yaquab used to say, which I didn't know what they quoted, and we learned that from our teachers, so we got to understand that. See, that they told that he said, because I wasn't around, that he said we had to learn the evil before it was a good. We had to understand what wickedness was before it was good. But the people that drunk of it, the Lord is not going to come at them anymore. He's going the elect, the ones that he had for this time, they're going to be healed and be saved. They're going to repent and continue to preach his word, or if they're not preachers, pray upon the Lord, be a nice help, and continue to get better, getting closer to the kingdom of heaven. And behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup are certainly drinking it. Art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So that's talking to Esau Edom. They're going to have to drink. That cup is going to pass towards them, and we're going to have the kingdom of heaven, and that's what is going to be remade, and it's going to be even better in that time, because all that smoke. See, they try to say global warming, but you need carbon for trees to grow. So the more it's a perpetual balance. So when all that ash and smoke 144 goes in the earth, when it gets burnt with a new heaven and new earth. When all that carbon and all that is going to come, and it's going to create more trees to grow. And in our holy land, it's going to be so much oxygen in the kingdom of heaven that people are going to be bigger, they're going to be more happier, food's going to be better, and that's because of this is the Lord created a balance, a living cell, a living planet to be able to control itself through his power. So that's the beautiful part, that because end started, and now a new beginning. Let me grab that. I'll just grab it. Slovakia. This is Isaiah chapter 65. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17. I'm gonna start at. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 16. And he who blessed him in the earth shall bless himself of the God of truth. And he shall swear of the earth and swear by the God of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten. So all this evil and all that stuff is going to be forgotten. It's going to be a new, we won't even remember what's going to happen after the fact. I mean, that's Salakia. Well, we're going to know because this is going to be a monument, but it's going to be forgotten. Like, we're like, damn, we used to be through in Babylon the Great. No, we're just going to be thinking forward, like what planet are we going to visit? Like, what am I going to name my next son or my next daughter? And because they hid from my eyes, for behold, I created a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come in mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever that which I created. For behold, I created Jerusalem, a rejoicing, and her people a joy. That's what he created, the Lord. The Lord created, it is his pleasure to give us the kingdom of heaven. So throughout this destruction and this judgment upon Esau, Edom, and this nuclear, they say it's going to be a smoke. Well, it's just going to bring forth more beauty, because that carbon is going to go up in the atmosphere and it's going to become food for our plants. And then we're going to bring more and more people, and it's going to be a beautiful time. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more in her. So you're not going to have Israel having a bad time. We're not going to go into slavery no more. We're going to have slaves. We're going to have wives. We're going to have children. We're going to have land and substance. That's what the Lord said he was going to say. Nor voice of crying. And there shall no more be more thence. I'm going to grab it in Revelations, the 21st chapter. This is Revelations chapter 21, verse 1. And which is the kingdom of the heaven, which is going to be ruled by our Lord, Yahweh Shai. They're going to be under that household, under those seats, and he's going to rule with the 12 tribes, just ruling. And the ones that are preaching this word, they're going to be the government body, the 144,000, and then the elect. I mean, which is the 1/3. They're going to be able to have a higher position after because they're needed to birth the 2/3 after they get destroyed, in a new earth. This is going to be remade into beauty. You're not going to see Edomites roaming around freely. They're going to be in slavery. You're not going to see heathen you're not going to see Moab eating just random shit. No, that's not going to happen. You're not going to have ugly ass Ham just walking around fucking with that clueless fucking clueless look on their face, ashy as a motherfucker, doing some weirdo shit. You're not going to see that anymore. There's going to be a land of order, because if they don't, and Lord willing they do, so we can punish them harder and harsher every time. And the first earth were passed away, and there were no more sea. And John saw the holy city, a new Jerusalem, a people made of different, because Jerusalem's a people before it's a place. So people think it's gonna be like a city, and they show like a fucking, no, we're gonna come down the people after we get a crown, and after our Lord gets his rightful position. We'll come down, and we're gonna set up a everlasting government, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adored for her husband. And I heard a great voice saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and not regular men. These men, these ultimate, I can't see it on the sign. These men, with he dwell with them, and they shall be his people. So that cup is not going to be passed upon them no more. It's going to be his people. The same place that they were not his people, they're going to be the children of God. And they shall be his people, and God shall be them. mean with them, and be their God. So this is the point, and that's what we got to continue to preach on. So with that, Shalom, King, and with that,
Let me just check.
with that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakak, Wadash, the Wadiyah, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, and Shalom.